We're all in business for a reason. The problem that so many small business owners have is they go in 10 million different directions, not really sure which way to go. Listen as your team of experts, Jennifer Glass and Patricia Reszetylo, go through what you need in your business to really make it stand out and benefit you. Because it's the bottom line that matters. Hello and welcome to another episode of It's the Bottom Line That Matters podcast. We are dedicated to your success. If this is your first time checking us out, thank you so much for checking us out. If you are a returning listener, thank you again for your loyal listenership. As we've been doing for the last several weeks, we are continuing our using social media to drive leads for you and your business. One of the hottest platforms today on the market is TikTok, especially with the United States now clearing the way for a US consortium of owners that we're no longer dealing with Chinese owners of the TikTok platform. It is something that more people have been jumping on the bandwagon. People of all age groups are on TikTok. You have the younger kids and the older folks too on TikTok. Now, you may be thinking, wait a second, isn't TikTok just about those challenges, stupid challenges like, oh yeah, let me put something in something and drink it and then see if I don't choke, right? Yes, that is TikTok. But TikTok is also a platform where you can market and you can also directly sell through the platform. And it is a really big platform with millions of users here in the United States and even more overseas. So as you think about using TikTok in your marketing, it is something that if your audience is on the platform, is something you may really want to be looking at. So Patricia, let me ask you, and I know that you really don't use TikTok the way that you use Facebook or other platforms, but if you were going to be, excuse me, if you were going to be advising someone on using TikTok to generate leads, what would be some of those things you would want to make sure that you bring out?
Well, for myself, if I was going to use TikTok, I would find somebody that knows what they're doing on there, and I would, at the very least, follow them. And I would probably pay to get information so I'd know what I was doing on the platform. So that at this point, this would be my advice. I do know that it's short form video, and short form video has to be done differently than long form video. They're not going to tolerate, a talking head that just sits there and talks at you. Needs a little bit more interest and spark to it. The other thing that I know, or at least I think I know, is captions, but I always say captions for any video anywhere. So, and
Absolutely.
that's about what I know about TikTok.
Okay. So
That's it.
there's a
I'm
couple of
done.
things that TikTok offers. Some of the other ones do too, but TikTok is really a big one, and that is especially influencer marketing
Yeah.
is huge with TikTok because you can find people that have very large TikTok followings that are happy to work with you and pitch your product. So again, depending on what it is that you're actually offering, are you offering, I'm just gonna say some sort of magic pill that's gonna help you do something, or and I'm not referring to Jack and the Beanstalk magic pills or magic beans, but if you're thinking about, what it is that you are doing, there are people that are on the platform to make that work. And again, there are capture forms that you can work with on TikTok. And again, those forms should be connected into a CRM of some sort, like we mentioned in the past with some of the other platforms that we have discussed as well. But the other thing you can do too is depending on how many followers you have, TikTok allows more functionality when you have greater number of followers for your marketing and what it is you are trying to do, where you can literally have people fill in their email in the middle of your video and get them to continue watching or interact with you in a way that is very different from other platforms. So there are those kinds of ideas that you can certainly work with. Patricia, anything you wanted to add?
You know more than I do.
Okay. Um, so again, one of the things that you want to do too is, and we kind of mentioned it earlier, is that DM capability, right? Direct message capability on the platform. You want some sort of way that you can start a conversation with people too. And TikTok does offer you that ability to start a conversation with somebody that reaches out to you. So if you wanted to drive them down a particular path, that would be a great way to do it. And the other thing just to keep in mind too is you don't want to have a situation where you are not optimizing the information in your profile. Because again, it's not like you're putting a whole bunch of links and everything into TikTok, just like on Insta, you're not doing it. It's really in your bio. That's where everything is. So you want that to be working for you in a way that is going to be making more sense instead of against it. So with that, Patricia, if you were going to now go ahead and use TikTok, based on what we discussed in the last six, give or take, minutes of our conversation here, what is the number one thing that you would consider looking at doing on the platform?
Well, I would be doing short form videos. And I would look for an influencer in whatever niche I was operating because they're going to have people who are following them um, that I would want to sell to, you know. So that's the easy way to get followers. Find an influencer, do something with them, pay them, whatever it takes. Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, and when you do work with that influencer, having that ability to either share product or outright pay them is big. And don't forget also the unboxing of the product because that is one of those things that does do very well as videos. Um,
Yeah.
Odd as it sounds, I mean, I got a package. I'm going to unpack it now.
Well, the reason it works is because it's authentic. It's not AI generated. People need to know that you're real and this thing is real and it's not just something that you fabricated with AI. We want to know it's real.
Absolutely. Like you
So when you come
said, you
in,
want to know it's real.
yeah, so when you come in, warts and all, they know you're authentic. Come in with some whimsy and some humor and, make fun of things that you did to yourself. This was on Facebook, but I saw somebody who had I forgot what the word it was that he said he did, but he actually apparently dumped his iced tea all over himself 2 minutes before he needed to be on a call. So,
Of course.
oh dear.
Yeah, there's
We
definitely
want to
some of
see
those
stuff
funny
like
things.
that. So
Yes,
it makes you real.
absolutely. And like Patricia was just saying, be real, be authentic, create those relationships with your followers in a way that will continue to make them want to engage with your content. And that's not only on TikTok, that's on every platform.
Yeah.
If they sense that you're not real, they're going to hit that unfollow, unlike, or any kind of leave me alone button that they can
Right.
do faster than you can say wait. So
Yeah.
keep that in mind and go from there. There's tons of
Yeah.
possibilities. It's just how you're going to make it all work. On that note, this has been another episode of It's the Bottom Line That Matters. And until next time, here is to your success. Thanks so much for listening to another amazing episode of It's the Bottom Line That Matters podcast. We're all about helping the small business community grow and reaching as many people as we can. And the algorithms on the podcast programs love reviews. So if you loved what you just heard, consider leaving us a review. And even if you don't, I'm sure you already did, but consider sharing our episodes and our podcast with your friends and colleagues. Sharing is caring, and here's to your success. Thanks so much, and have a wonderful day.
It's the bottom line that